Have you ever looked at your dividend payments and thought, man, this is great, but it's so random? Well, what if you could turn that trickle into a steady, predictable monthly paycheck? You're in the right place. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to do that step by step to build a real cash flow stream. All right, so here's the big question, right? Most of the best, most reliable dividend stocks only pay out quarterly. That's just 4 times a year. So how on earth do you get paid 12 times a year? It sounds complicated, but I promise the answer is way simpler than you think, and it's the key to everything. Okay, let's solve this puzzle. The real secret here isn't about finding some magical, rare stock that pays every month. Nope. The real strategy, the one smart investors use, is all about design. It's about building a portfolio where the timing of the payments all works together perfectly to give you that nice, smooth monthly income. To make it happen, we just need to nail these 3 things. First up, consistency. We need rock-solid companies you can count on. Second, a payment calendar. You gotta know when the money is scheduled to hit your account. And third, this is the secret sauce, diversified payouts. This is how we make sure you're getting paid all year long. You get these 3 down, and you've cracked the code. It's that simple. Now let's get into the one thing that most beginners completely overlook. It's this simple truth. Dividend payments are not random at all. They run on a schedule, like clockwork. And once you understand that schedule, you can use it to your advantage. And here it is. This is the entire system. Pretty much every quarterly dividend stock out there falls into one of these 3 payment cycles. You've got your first group that pays in January, April, July, and October. The second group pays in February, May, August, and November. And the third pays in March, June, September, and December. So your mission is simple. Just own at least one quality company from each of these 3 cycles. That's it. You do that, and you've just built yourself a monthly paycheck. So we've got the concept, right? Now, how do we actually put this thing into action? Let's talk about the blueprint, how we actually build this portfolio. This is where we go from theory to creating a real working income machine. We call this the 3-bucket strategy. Honestly, just think of it like a simple filing system for your stocks. Instead of just buying stuff randomly, you're now intentionally putting each investment into one of 3 buckets. And each bucket, you guessed it, lines up with one of those payment cycles we just talked about. It's a super easy way to make sure you've covered all 12 months. And here's what that looks like in the real world. In bucket A, maybe you own a classic like Johnson & Johnson. For bucket B, you could have Apple. And in bucket C, Microsoft. Boom. With just those 3 companies, you're now getting paid every single month of the year. And if you want to make it even simpler, you can use ETFs like SCHD or VYM to own a whole bunch of companies in a bucket all at once. See, it's not that hard. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why not just buy stocks I pay monthly to begin with? And look, it's a totally fair question. But here's the deal. A lot of those monthly pairs can be a bit riskier. Maybe their dividends aren't quite as stable. So think of it this way. Use the 3-bucket strategy to build your strong, reliable foundation first. You can always sprinkle in a few monthly payers later for fun, but you want your core to be built on rock-solid quarterly companies. Okay, the strategy makes sense, but let's get down to what really matters, the money. What kind of cash can this actually produce? Let's make the numbers real and see how even a small portfolio can start to generate some meaningful cash flow. Let's just run some quick math. Say you build up a portfolio of about $3,000, and it has an average yield of 4%. Well, that's going to kick off about $10 a month. Now I know, $10 isn't going to change your life, but that's not the point. The point is that the system works. You've created a monthly income stream. The goal here isn't to start big. It's just to start, be consistent, and let that monthly number grow and grow over time. So here's your game plan in 4 simple steps. First, track your calendar. Know when the money's coming. Second, keep an eye on your buckets. If you notice one month is a little light on payments, you know exactly what kind of stock to look for next. Third, and this is huge, reinvest everything at the beginning. Just let those dividends buy more shares and let that snowball start rolling downhill. And then finally, step 4. When that income is big enough to matter to you, you can flip the switch and start taking it as cash. That's it. That's how this becomes real-world income. So look, if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this quote right here. Creating monthly dividend income is not about the impossible hunt for amazing monthly paying stocks. It's about building a smart schedule with great companies. You combine that with a little time and consistency, and you will build a true income machine. Hey, if this explainer helped you connect the dots, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps other people find the stuff. And, of course, subscribe for more strategies just like this one. And you know what? If you know somebody who's just getting started, share this with them. It might be the aha moment they've been waiting for. And your journey is just getting started. Now that you know how to structure your portfolio for monthly income, the next logical step is to make that income grow even faster, right? In our next explainer, we're going to dive deep into dividend growth and reinvesting. It's all about how you can seriously compound your way towards financial freedom. You won't want to miss it. We'll see you in that one.